Hey, welcome to the Get Business Credit YouTube channel. This is Josh. In today's video, we have a special guest interview with the founder and CEO of Fairfigure, Aaron. Nice to have you back on the channel, Aaron.
Hey guys, Josh, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, how have you been? It's been a while.
Can it, yeah, it's been several months now, but all rocking and rolling over here.
Yeah, definitely. I know you guys have a lot of updates, even the platform. So much has changed, especially I think it's been almost a year since you've been on last, and I know we've been trying to do a video and working that out. I know a lot of my mentorship students and the viewers are excited about the different updates that you guys have. Now, for those that don't know anything about Fairfigure and you're trying to build up your business credit, if you're just starting off or you're already established business, but you're trying to build up no personal guarantee business credit or personal guarantee business credit, then you should definitely have a Fairfigure premium account in your arsenal of tools. It's going to help you not just get trade lines, but it's going to help you understand business credit across all the bureaus as well. And Fairfigure is overall one of the lowest priced business credit monitoring services out there compared to Nav. Nav charges like $59 a month. Aaron, you guys are at what?
So we're at 35 per month. If you do it monthly, it's a little bit cheaper if you opt for an annual.
Yeah, definitely. So it's nearly half the price, and I think there's a link in the description below. Use that, and you'll get a small discount as well. Anyways, I don't want to ramble anymore. I'll let Aaron take it over and explain for those that don't know anything about Fairfigure. Introduce yourself and history about Fairfigure and what you have to offer in the demo.
Yeah, will do. So this is for people that already have a Fairfigure account, maybe have heard of Fairfigure in the past or have never heard of it before. We've been making so many changes and updates. I think it's cool to just kind of go over kind of 360 what we're up to. But at our core, what we're offering is a service for small business owners, that's Main Street USA, to learn what their business credit scores are, to understand how to read them, and then a way for you guys to improve your business credit scores so we can match you in the future with lenders with better rates and better terms. And that's the whole reason we're on this channel today, is to use our business EIN to get us some loans and some capital to grow our business. So we do that through a few products. One is our monitor. What we're doing a little bit differently on our monitoring product, and no one else is really doing this, is we're taking your business credit scores across all the bureaus and displaying them side by side. So you're able to look at your identifier with the bureaus, how many trades you have, balances owed, outstanding credit limits, if you're seeing any payments. As you guys may know or may not know, business credit can be a little bit scattered between the bureaus. So some things could report to Dun& Bradstreet that don't report to Experian. So what we're trying to do is kind of take this all into one report so you can see a 360 and a holistic view of your business credit profile. Once we have users come and check their scores, maybe there's things they need to correct. Maybe there's insufficient information. Maybe an address is incorrect. As a premium member, we have something called Credit Correct. So after you verify your identity, what you're able to do is upload supporting documentation, and then we'll verify it and submit it to the bureaus for them to update your address and information across all of them. And this is really important because a lot of the times, maybe on our journey, we'll start with an iPostal or registered agent address. Then we learn, oh, okay, like we can't use that anymore. We need to update to an office address. How do I get that information sent out to the bureaus so it's all updated? Fairfigure is, we're the only platform allowing you to kind of do that across all the bureaus. So once you have your score and your address is correct, everything's looking nice. So you go, okay, great. How do I increase my scores? And that's where we come to the Fairfigure Lift product. And this is brand new, maybe 2 weeks old now. So if you're a new business, you just need to be in business for 3 months. You need to be doing at least $2,500 a month revenue, active EIN, and you can apply. There's no personal guarantees, no personal credit checks. You choose how much you want, when you like to pay it back, and then we submit those payments directly to your business bank account. And then those repayments are reported to the commercial bureaus either on a 4 or 8 week term for you. And those will boost your scores up for you, and hopefully graduate you through Josh's program here, so we can link you with some better loans and better credit card offers.
Okay. So just to kind of break it down, that's the Lyft product, but for those that just sign up for the premium account, that's what everybody needs to get first is the premium account to get access to the Lyft product, right? So if you can kind of explain the difference between the two, just so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not
So you,
confusing
you
for people?
yeah, you don't need premium to access Lyft. Some people get Lyft and then use the Lyft money to buy premium. Some just want one or the other. We recommend applying for Lyft and then using the money for Lyft for premium. That way, you get two trade lines basically for the price of one. But what premium's going to do for you is give you access to your Dun and Bradstreet report, your Equifax report, and your credit safe report. So you can view all your trade information. What it also does is we report that data, so your monthly payment to the bureaus. So it's a trade line for your business. So we're reporting this data also to Experian, so you can build those scores. And then that is a separate trade line from the Lyft program.
Okay, gotcha. Basically, you pay the $35 a month, and you're going to get access similar to like what Nav offers, but you actually get credit safe. And overall, the user interface is very clean, very easy to read and understand. Others out there, they can be kind of like all over the place. So I really like the design that you guys have with the black and then the white. It's
Yeah, yeah, we
kind of a
have the
big
light
update
mode too.
there.
Yeah. What's neat
Yeah.
too is that, we're taking a lot of the data and summarizing what we feel is important to you. So again, like your trade lines, how many you have, what the amounts are reporting, but we know some people like to dive in a little bit deeper. And this is something that if you sign up for Josh's course, maybe he can help you interpret it as well. We have the advanced mode where you could download the file directly from the bureau. So this is a huge Excel file, hundreds of lines in it, and it could be intimidating to take in, but there's also a lot of great hidden insights in there. And no one else is really allowing you to download your full file. So we have that in our premium mode as well.
Yeah, I definitely like the black much better, the
The
dark
night mode,
mode or
right?
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
cool.
just looks cooler
Yeah.
and cleaner and crisper. So also, just so for those that've been asking me about Experian and everything, I've been mentioning on the past videos. If you want to let them know, you guys are reporting now to Experian.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, for the past several months, we have been reporting trade data to Experian. Right now, we're just working the technical integrations of how that's going to look on this dashboard and what data needs to be displayed for you all.
Okay, so that's to be announced coming. We don't know exactly when. It's not easy dealing with the business credit bureaus. It's a headache. Aside from the costs, very expensive costs involved for the integrations, just the data alone is very complex to get all mapped out and everything. It's not an overnight process. And
Luckily, yeah, luckily we have a good relationship with the bureaus, so we're past kind of that red tape of getting credentialed. Now it's more on technical. So like what do those technical integrations look like? What does the engineering look like? And what does the experience for you look like? So our goal is to deliver a product that you actually could use and you can understand. You could download your PDF business credit reports from anywhere and have no idea what they mean or how you can actually use them. So we need to make sure that our product is effective for you so that you could get those big loans that you guys are looking for.
yeah, I get that quite a bit from my business credit one-on-one mentorship students. The, the feedback that I've got is they all have Nav, Fairfigure, and eCredible. Though I make those a mandatory requirement in my mentorship. When their businesses are just starting off, building their business credit, and that's one thing I have got positive feedback on is it's very easy to understand on your platform versus Nav. It's just raw data reports and a lot of missing information and not very easy to understand, very vague information. So it's nice that you guys took the time to integrate it like this on the design side because I know you guys could have just done the raw like PDF style HTML data or whatever. I know my students appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely appreciate it. And also your feedback and writing the chat and letting us know what's working and what not working is listened to. We're a small enough team that we're agile enough to make these decisions and changes. So if we hear something, hey, this button doesn't make sense, hey, this is frustrating, we have a weekly meeting on Tuesdays about these issues, and we're making changes weekly on it. So that's kind of one of our competitive advantages over here is that we're small enough that we can still listen to you.
Nice.
So monitoring is more like on your day to day. We'll go to the budget advisor. This connects to Plaid, so it pulls in securely. We can't read or write to your account. It's a secure connection. But there's a few important things here that lenders are looking for, and not just Fairfigure, but any lender that's going to require Plaid connection, which is most of them now. They're looking at one is your deposit count, right? How many deposits are you getting per month? Are you getting one deposit a month or are you getting 18? One deposit a month doesn't look good to a lender because they say, okay, maybe you only have one client. And if that client cancels your contract, now you don't have any deposits,
Yeah,
right?
high
They're
risk.
looking at, yeah, high risk. So you want to have over four deposits a month, ideally. The second thing that they're looking for is negative days. That's overdrafted accounts. Having an overdrafted account or a negative day is worse than having a 550 credit score. You could get a
Yeah, you
550 credit.
shouldn't have that at all.
It's probably the worst thing you could possibly do with business credit is have an insufficient day. So we really recommend,
Yeah.
if it's possible, some banks allow you to set like daily limits or turn off overdraft. Just turn it off. Like turn it off. Like having a negative day in any automated system is going to give you a decline. But you can check on that here. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you make a mistake. It gives you kind of a nice overview here of where your stats
Yeah,
are.
that's nice that you guys have this built in with it because I mean, like Nav and eCredible doesn't have where it breaks down this plat data. It's that's what I've always said in the different videos in the last 6 months or so. Your user interface and platform really is like an all-in-one when it comes to like myfico.com, but on the business side, where you can see everything as a whole, as well as the business finance with the bank accounts.
What's pretty cool too, and I don't know if we really touched on this, is sometimes we don't have time to read all these things. Maybe we're on the go, maybe we're driving, we just want to hear a summary. You can go to the Credit Lounge AI when this account's not done yet, so it updates once a month. But what we're doing is we're taking all your plaid data and your business credit reports, and we're feeding it through AI to generate a podcast. So there's two announcers that go on your spending habits and your business credit trends, maybe reporting trade lines that are late, things that are new, and it'll have a 3 minute, 4 minute conversation back and forth about what you did last month and what they suggest to do next month. So even if you don't want to read it, you can still listen to it on your way to work.
Is that personalized, do you mean?
Yeah, yeah, it's based on your bank statements, your plaid data, and your business credit reports.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
I
really,
didn't know
really
that.
neat.
Good thing you told me that because I think I've put out like 8 videos talking about it, but I just thought it's a regular podcast, like
No,
a
it's your
podcast.
yeah,
Wow, that's very unique. I know
yeah.
you emailed me about it and I didn't really grasp it. I didn't understand that. I thought it's just a podcast.
After our call, I'll send you a demo of it. It's really neat though, and yeah, it's just like a nice little summary, kind of what you're doing, what you're up to, and throw it on the car, and yeah, it's like Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year
Yeah,
if you
you've
have
had
that.
that for a while on there.
Yeah, we had it, and it was one of the features that like we rolled out. We didn't do like a big marketing thing about it, but we had like one. I think last month the podcast was delayed by like a day, and we had a bunch of messages coming in customer support like, "Hey, where's my podcast? Where's my podcast? Where's my podcast?" And we had a team meeting. And we pulled some stats. Like, wow, people are actually loving this product.
Wow, yeah. Okay, well, everybody, I'm going to be putting out a video as well, talking on this more in detail once I actually listen to one of the demos of it because I was unaware that it's personalized based on your account and your business credit and your spending habits. That's really exciting. I can't wait until I can listen to that tonight.
Totally.
Wow, okay. How'd you come up with that idea? Like,
I was I was listening to my Spotify Wrapped last year, and I don't know if you have Spotify, but based on your music preferences, it goes, "Hey, Aaron, here's your summary for the year. You listen to a lot of this music around this season, which is blah 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 blah." And it has your stats, and there's two announcers going back and forth. So immediately, I was like, "How do they do this?" So I went and I looked into it, and I found the same libraries what they're using. So I went to my engineering team. I'm like, "Hey, could we take this raw data we have already and feed it to the podcast?" And a month later, turns out you can.
so it's
Yeah.
like once a month you guys update this or?
Yeah, it's once a month based on a 30-day rolling cycle of like when you signed up. So if you signed up on September 4th, October 4th, you'll get your first podcast.
That's really interesting. You guys, that's another feature that $35 a month, you get that. That alone is, I don't want to say mentor advice, but it's a little advice. It doesn't have feelings and it's going to get right down to bare bones of things and be straight honest with you, not sugarcoat things like so that. And then you're going to get one trade line that's going to be reported to all the business credit bureaus. And then potentially you can get a second trade line if you qualify for the Fairfigure new product, the Fairfigure Lift product.
Yep.
So that's potentially Two trade lines. Now, the Fairfigure lift, does that report to all the bureaus, or is that only a certain bureau? So
Yeah,
Small
yeah,
Business Financial
reports.
Exchange, or
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be SBFE, Equifax, Experian, and CreditSafe. Yeah.
okay.
So those, yeah,
And
those are reported monthly.
yeah, that's great because guys, if any of you guys have NAV, they only report to I think three of the four bureaus, and same with Incredible. Fairfigure is cheaper, and they're reporting to all four. Actually, the fifth if it's Small Business Financial Exchange for the second
Yep.
trade line. Okay. And then what about the Darknet scanner?
Yeah, Darknet Center. This is something you're going to see offered from a lot of platforms, but it doesn't hurt to have it as well. Identity theft is on the rise, especially with business information. Your personal information, like your social security, for the most part, it should be private, but your EIN and business information is all public records. Anyone can go on a Secretary of State and look up your company name and EIN and potentially use that to open up accounts. So what we're looking for is data breaches that have your company information in it. So if we see that your company name or EIN or email or phone number has been leaked on the darknet, we'll put an alert here, and you can see where it was leaked and when it was leaked, and then advise on some corrective actions on how to mitigate that or fix that.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah, every little bit helps and stuff. What about there's one tab that you didn't touch on, I believe. It's legal. Yeah.
Legal.
Just one more thing that like maybe you can't really see because it done or
Yeah, I
whatever.
didn't. Yeah, I don't have it done in this account, but this one's pretty cool because there's information here that sometimes the system might know before you do. So one could be, this is a common one. Maybe you forgot to make your annual payment with your Secretary of State, that $100, $200 fee you have to pay per year, and maybe the state have dissolved your LLC. So sometimes you could have a company right now that's inactive and you had no idea. That's why you're getting your declines. You can see that here. UCCs are important too. So some lenders will place, it's not a lien, but it's an alert to other lenders that you have a financial product with them. So we're checking for any public UCCs, tax liens, any public record of lawsuits that you might have against you. These are things that underwriters are looking at when they're approving your file for a credit card or a car or that loan. So it's important that you know about it before you apply for things. That way you could address it. There could be information that's erroneous, right? So maybe the information is not accurate, up to date. So you can reach out to the bureaus and help correct that before you go apply and hopefully get approved for these loans you're looking for instead of a decline.
Yeah, definitely. I always when I show the demo, the past videos, I always touch on this, but it's not blurred out. It shows is on that demo account. But I always mention to everybody criminal proceedings. Hopefully, you don't have any
Yeah.
bankruptcy. Hopefully, you don't have any. Yeah, all this stuff. Hopefully, is all none. But
Yeah,
if there
and
is, at least you can be made aware of it. It's just one more tool that you're not going to see this information on Nav or eCredible. They don't provide all this detail.
yeah,
There's a lot of back.
it's important to know about these things before, that way we can correct it. So even when applying for a bank account, they have to go through like their KYC, KYB process, and some of that is OFAC, so sanctions list. Did the government sanction you for having an account? Hopefully not. But then there's smaller ones like PEP, which is a politically exposed person, or negative intention or media. So the banks, when they're opening a card for you, they're having software checking Google to make sure that you're not in the headline of the New York Times for fraud or whatever. But occasionally there could be false negatives. They could catch you on this
Yeah.
list because maybe you have a similar name as someone else and you keep getting declined and you didn't realize because you share the same Todd Smith as someone that's committing fraud. So it's important that we check these things before running out and applying for things and having that foundation.
Yeah, some of my students they get negative trade lines reporting, and it's not even their trade line. It's a similar business, and Experian or Equifax are reporting to the wrong BIN number. So
Yeah,
that can
so that
happen too.
that's something we're doing here too. It's great that you touched on that, and I don't know if anyone else is doing this. If you, on a premium account, if you look at your summary, you have your EIN, but the bureaus have their own identifying number for you. So with Equifax, it's your EFX ID. With Experian, it's your BIN, if I'm correct. With DNB, it's going to be your DUNS number. So we actually display which token we're pulling from here, because your company could technically have three or four different profiles with the bureaus, which is a mistake on the bureau's behalf. So what we could do is we could help correct it. But if you don't know it's a mistake, you're going to keep getting denials and scratching your head why.
Yeah, you need to get them merged into one file. And that's not a easy overnight process. It's a manual process that you have to do. And if you have three of them, you can't get them all taken care of at one time. You need to just do one at a time because it's just, you're not going to get anywhere. The bureaus, there's no, business credit is not federally regulated. They don't have to comply like personal credit where it's mandatory Fair Credit Reporting Act in 30 days. I always try to stress that out to my viewers and students that it's not the same. You're at the mercy of the Bureau to accept the trade lines and implement them and provide that data. And even getting things corrected, like a old address or home address being listed as your main address, even though you never gave them your home address. These things happen, and maybe you got a Uline account and then you had, by mistake, you did the auto form and put your billing address as your home address. And then that's where the trade line gets attached to. There you go. That instantly creates a new file for you. That's how it can happen. So a lot of people don't really understand that. So this can help you guys definitely because I'm seeing it more and more. Not just my students, but viewers telling me that they're noticing trade lines being reported to two different like Experian accounts or Equifax. It doesn't really happen too much with Dun& Bradstreet, but definitely on Equifax and Experian it happens, and those are the two that you want to make sure that things are getting credit for both of them. Trying to get no PG business auto loans, you need to really work on your Equifax. If you're trying to get anything financial related, you need to focus on Experian because the majority, 98% of the underwriters are going to be pulling from Experian.
Yeah, yeah, for
You
sure.
know,
I agree. It's important to know what identifier is being used because you could be signing up for all these great Net 30 accounts, doing your thing, and realize these Net 30 vendors are reporting to the wrong token for the same business.
exactly. Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, there's more that we could go over, but I think that's enough for now. Aaron, it was nice having you on. I think we'll maybe have you on maybe in a couple months when there's more updates.
We have some
Anything else that
really
you wanted to touch on at all?
we have some really cool products being rolled out this fall. A new credit card product that's coming out, and we're super excited. So just stay tuned over here.
Nice, nice. Okay. All right. You guys definitely look in the description below. The link will be there. Sign up. If you don't sign up and you're trying to build business credit, like you're wasting your time because it's unnecessary to not spend $30, $40 a month on all this data and trade lines available to you. If you're serious about building your business credit, this is the first thing you should have. Okay. With all that being said, nice having you on, Aaron.
Yeah,
Until
thank
next
you
time.
again. Cool.
Okay. You guys take care. Bye bye.
Ciao.